Tony, go somewhere. This is the first time in 10 years Miss Bankhead has been here. Tony, would you mind? Please, please.
Don't go, young man. This will only take a second. You're fired, darling. Is that clear?
Oh, Tallulah, dear.
Don't Tallulah me.
You should never go out before noon. You're so sensitive, so highly strung. Sit down, I'll get you a cup of coffee.
Tiger woman. I'm sick of being a tiger woman. Every play you send me is about a fiend. If I don't murder somebody, I'm just about to. If they're not after me, I'm after them. I tell you, I cannot stand it any longer. Don't you think I'm human? Don't you think I'm ever helpless? Has it ever occurred to you that I might read a poem about springtime and sigh? That I might hear a nostalgic tune played by an organ grinder and weep? Why don't I get a play where I can do things like that? Where I can be my real self? Aren't they writing plays for nice people like me anymore?
Tallulah, you couldn't have walked in here at a more ideal moment. It's fate, that's what it is. I have a play for you.
Oh, you have.
Meet the most promising young American dramatist, Tony Monaco.
How do you do?
He was just telling me about his new play. It's all ready to be written, isn't it, Tony? He's got every word of it in his mind, and it's for you. I was just about to give him an advance. It's a play. It's a play about wholesome American motherhood.
For me? You mean he wrote it for me?
Your name was the first he mentioned as he walked in the door. Wasn't it, Tony?
Why, yes, it was.
What did you think of me?
Well, he felt that that was the real you.
Would you care to tell me about it, young man?
Oh, he'd love to. Go ahead, Tony. Tell her about the woman. You know, how she dresses.
Oh, well, she wears calico.
Calico, huh?
And, starched aprons.
Aprons? Well, you know, as a matter of fact, I've always wanted to play a part with an apron. An apron designed by nobody, just an apron that you buy in an apron store. Midwestern, did you say?
Terre Haute.
Where's that?
Indiana.
Indiana. Uh-huh. Whom do I kill?
Nobody.
Whom do I want to kill?
Nobody.
Not even my husband.
Oh, you worship him.
Oh, I see. He wants to kill me, is that it?
Oh, no. He adores you, Miss Bankhead.
Call me Tallulah, darling.
Act 1, Scene 1. The living room of the Bertha Franklin home. Bertha is seated stage left. Her husband, Frank, a man just like Mr. Craig, is seated opposite her. She's doing something interesting. She's sewing. Now, let's give her a real good entrance.
I've been raising the borders, darling. The little flowered face is just pleading to be picked. Dreaming, darling,
Of the flowers we used to pick, sweetheart.
of the lilies, of the big red roses, you old sentimentalist.
Remember the terrible fight we had in 35?
Do I, darling?
The terrible fight we had?
To pay off the mortgage, shall I ever forget it? We've had our ups and downs, haven't we, darling? Sure. Judge Robbins, that little old lady who runs the service league, Miss Vesper, that dear little lady, Mr. Cope, the city council, and his wife.
Our civic leader.
Coming here to see poor little old me. I just can't believe it.
You met Judge Robbins?
Yes.
And Mr. Cole?
Just 1 year ago. Come in, Mr. Cope. Sit down, Mr. Cope. Do you think you can keep this up for 3 whole acts? Let's face it, you're not Henry Wadsworth Longfellow, darling, and I am not Shirley Temple. I know. It was just what I asked for. Let's forget it. I must be me, you must be you. Let's try an entirely different approach. What do you say, Tony? Huh?
Now, if you please, let's get down to business.
Your business or my business?
Your very peculiar business. The Scott divorce, the Gilmore bankruptcy, the disappearance from her home of Aurelia Beck,
Age 22.
and the suicide last month of young Perry Dugdale.
What's the connection?
You are.
If you come here to insult my wife,
Shut up. Well, you're a lawyer. Got any evidence?
Your own voice.
Ha! Wiretaps. They don't stand up in court.
They're not wiretaps, Mrs. Franklin. Wayside Inn night of August 1st.
All right.
And here's letters and photographs.
All right.
We've got you see? Like that. But some of your victims are related to us or to our friends.
or you go to jail for 30 years.
Well, what do I do, Judge?
The train leaves for Chicago in 2 hours. This gentleman will see you off.
Tonight? I can't go tonight. I've got a taxi.
Tonight?
Tomorrow. I can't go tonight. I've got to get some money. There's a train that leaves at
You'll be on
midnight.
that train at 7:30. You'll be in jail before 8.
I have things to attend to. Just give me a few hours.
You've got some other poor creature in your classes. You want more blood money.
Judge,
No.
you hate my guts, don't you? All of you. Because I live differently from you. My victims, as you call them, maybe they wanted to live differently, too. Have you ever thought of that? Yes, you have, and it scares you. People who like danger, who like a thrill. It scares you. It scares you. Have you ever played Russian roulette?
Oh, of course not.
No? Are you, Mrs. Vesper? Have you ever played Russian roulette? Do you know what it is?
Oh, absurd.
Oh, but you have. Oh. Right here. Just now. Oh, not with the gun, with one chamber loaded. But, those canopies. One of them was loaded. I don't mind telling you, you pushed me over the edge. I don't care what happens now. I was leaving at midnight anyway. And I wasn't taking my husband with me. So I, made some canopies. Well, you'll know in a few minutes which canopy was loaded.
There.
I don't believe it.
Dugdale never poisoned himself. She did it.
It's me. I'm in pain. I'm dying.
Oh! You'll pay for this.
Wait a minute. Hold that car. Wait for me.
You better hurry. I'm going to do it. You're going to make it.
Took it. Hook, line, and sinker.
Well, it gave us an hour or two, that's all we need. Now stop laughing, Frank. Stop laughing at the car. We've got to move fast. Have that for moving!
Hello, Tallulah.
Oh, yes, John. Oh, isn't he just too wonderful? Well, just a minute. I'll put Tallulah on if you think you can stand it. Damn drooping.
Well, why didn't you say so? Yes, John.
Tallulah, I love reading your book.
Oh, you're a doll.
And you didn't tell enough.
What did you expect, darling? Forever Amber? Anyway, that isn't what you want to talk to me about. What is it all about?
Tallulah, do you remember once saying you wanted me to direct you in a play?
No, darling.
All right. No, I just thought if I found the script that I ought to tell you about it so you couldn't throw it up at me afterwards. I didn't mention it to you. But, there are other good actresses.
Who?
Well, maybe not as good as you are, but they want to act. So, okay, Tallulah.
Is this really a good script, John?
She's a pretty awful woman.
Well, what does she do?
Well, she does just about everything awful that a woman could do.
Now, what do you mean, just about? Sorry.
Well, I mean, everything.
All the time?
All the time.
Well, doesn't she have one nice moment?
No, I'm afraid she doesn't, really. That's why I was sure you wouldn't be interested in the part.
Send me the script.
I beg your pardon?
If she's as bad as all that, I'll read it.
I'll bring it to you.
Oh, that's sweet of you, John. Oh, by the way, now, who's the author of this play? Who wrote it?
A young man named Anthony Monaco.
Never heard of him. What are you smirking about? Anthony Monaco? That's your client. Can't you feel it because of your passion? My nerves are torn to pieces. Can't you feel it because of your passion? I cannot remember those lines. Oh, hello, Mary. Oh, those dreadful hats for the new play.
Yes, Miss Bankhead. Has Tony brought back the script changes yet?
No. For 2 solid hours, he and John Van Druten have been polishing the play out of all vitality. I said it's absolutely fatal, darling, to let an author and a director get together without the star. I don't know why. That must have been trapped in this play anyway. What time is it?
20 after 4.
20 after 4. Darling, tell me, turn on the radio. The ball game's on. The Giants are playing the Dodgers. Oh, it's simply outrageous. I've been spending the whole afternoon here waiting for a few silly lines from our beloved Giants.
That may be it. It might be the ball game. No. Oh, by about 3 feet. It's still after the 9th here at Ebbets Field. The Giants are ahead 3-1. There are 2 out. 2 men on, and Duke Snyder is at bat. DeRocher is signaling the bullpen. He's taking out his star pitcher.
He's going out of his mind. Absolutely crazy. Deliberately trying to throw the game away. Get the ball around at once. I mean, to Ebbets Field. Hello.
Hello. Oh, it's you.
You headless head. Have you gone out of your mind taking that divine pitcher out of the game? You ought to be drawn and quartered.
Now, look, Tallulah. I'm the boss of this team. You do your acting, I'll run the ball.
The pitch. Snyder swings and misses. Strike 2.
One more strike and the game is over.
The pitch. It's going. It's gone. The Dodgers win 4-3, and that's the ball game.
It serves you right.
Well, it's your fault. You jinxed me.
Jinx. Oh, Leo, I thought you were a civilized man. Don't tell me you go in for that superstitious stuff. Really, Leo. Take those hats off the bed. Don't you know it's the worst luck in the world? You want the play to be a flop? Oh, where were we, darling? What caught in the conversation?
The breaking point. Don't ever call me up. Don't ever come to see me. Don't even nod at me on the street. But do me one last favor. Jinx somebody else. Root for Brooklyn.
Daddy, was that Mother?
Oh, Mary, remind me to give Leo and Lorraine 2 good seats for the opening night. And I know I'm sorry I shouted again. I'm sorry.
That's quite all right, Miss Bankhead.
No, it's not all right, darling. Rudeness is absolutely inexcusable. Go away!
Where are you going? Hey, I want you to type up the new script changes.
She's doing something for me. And she can type the script changes after I have read them.
Tallulah, I think I've got it.
You know, darling, one more passionate kiss like that and you're going to lose that girl.
No, I won't. I'm going to marry her the morning after the opening.
Ah.
Oh, you don't believe me?
Oh, well, if the play's a flop, you'll need a crutch to support your fractured ego. But if it's a success... Oh, well, anyway, let me see what you and Van Druten have been up to the last few hours.
I've found the complete solution. And the amazing thing is that it only takes 2 lines.
2 lines, 2 hours. Well, it ought to be good.
But they alter the complete significance of the play. You see, now you don't kill your husband because you hate him.
Oh, but that's no good, darling. I've got to hate him. I'm absolutely divine when I hate him.
All right, but listen. Everybody's seen you hate him. This gives us a twist. You kill him because he's slowly driving you mad with boredom.
That should be easy.
I'll read it to you.
No, you won't. There, being read to. Where is it?
It's on the second page.
Tallulah was divine.
I want to tell you, you were divine.
Thank you, darling.
Bless you.
We'll see you later then.
See you later, buddy. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Bless you. Bless you, darlings. Oh, Rose. Why is it that after the opening night of a failure, people can only think of saying, I liked you were divine.
It wasn't as bad as that, Miss Bankhead.
Of course it wasn't, and I was divine. But you know nowadays, Rose, if a play doesn't quite come off, well, it comes off.
It's a shame, little lady, after all that hard work.
Oh, Rose, now I know the play's a flop. You only call me little lady when there's something depressing on its way. I can go off my diet. Poor Tony. No, it's the best thing that could have happened to him.
Frank, it's taken a long time to tell you what last we're going to do.
Well, Tallulah, what's the verdict?
I don't know, darling.
I mean, it's a flop.
Don't go by me, Tony. Even I can be wrong.
So that's the end.
No, Tony. That is the beginning. It's nothing disgraceful in writing a play that doesn't gel. You'll have failures, you'll have successes. Plenty of them. Now, I doubt if anyone will ever have as many flops as I've had. In time, you'll learn to take them in your stride. And remember, now you'll also have Mary.
As a crutch to bolster up my fractured ego.
No. To help you when you're tempted to lower your standards. That, Tony, is the one unforgivable sin in the theater.